Alright, what is going on, guys? I got some exciting news. Now, obviously, Call of Duty comes back tomorrow, so I got 2 free plays for you guys here on the channel. If you guys were telling last weekend, we had a great time over on Call of Duty. You guys remember we cashed 2 out of 3 of those plays, so that's a 4 out of 6. And honestly, that third day, man, it was chalked. We predicted Rio. As we all know, Rio tends to be a easy overs. Unfortunately, they didn't play Rio until map 4, which we eventually ended up cashing with a live play over on the server, but we don't have to get into all that. But whatever, chalk it up. Map 1, map 4, cheese. But now we know who likes to play Rio and who doesn't, so or at least we have a better idea than we did last weekend. So we're feeling pretty good going into this weekend. And man, let me tell you, the first 3 matches of the weekend are bangers. And here I'm actually gonna give you guys some free projections for every single player, every single map, and you get the explanation for my projections, man. I'll explain what all these numbers mean in a second, and I'm sure they just look like a bunch of numbers to some of you guys, but I'll explain it. This is what we have over in the server here. This is where we share our projections. I drop these for every single match, every single day, and you get projected kills for every single player. And basically what we do is we predict the maps, we get projections, we look into their opponents and who they're playing against and who fries against who and all those different things that come into play when we're creating projections. That's what we do. We provide that for every single player, and this is where we post them over on my projections channel. And here I'm giving you guys a free one today. You guys get a free match today. This is actually the last match, and the reason why we picked the last match of the day is because over on YouTube, if you guys look up for COD plays tomorrow and you guys come in while there's already matches going on, you'll still have time to catch these lines, and you might even see if the map picks were correct. You'll have some good stats to go by. But if you know you're gonna be watching all 3 matches and you're gonna be locking in plays, then maybe this Discord server is for you, man, because we already have every single map predicted, every single player projected, and we actually over on my Jared channel, we actually already have 5 flex plays. They're 4-man flex plays, and basically the strategy behind that is that the payout for a 4 out of 4 on a 4-man flex play is 5x. So all we need is one of those 4-mans to hit and we get our money back. If we get 2, 3, or 4 or more, that's all profit, baby. So that's the strategy behind it. Not to mention every single slip has an explanation of why I picked every single player and why they're my favorite picks. So if you're interested in that, man, go ahead and hit that link in the description. It's only $10 a month, guys. That's 33 cents a day, and there's tons of value attached. They wouldn't be selling like crazy if there wasn't value attached. Simple as that. I mean, I put in the work. I provide the projections for you guys every single day, and it's not only Call of Duty. During the week, we were hitting on CS2. If we go over to secured bags, you'll see this week wasn't too bad, man. We were hitting 3 out of 4s on the flex plays. We were hitting 4-mans. There's the chat. We hit a 4-man for 150. We actually hit 2K on a draft for CSGO this week. So love to see it, man. We cashed that. Then we were hitting these 4-mans. Here's all the people showing love, dropping their W's, man. So I mean, we stay active with esports. We love the action, man. Yeah, you can simply see that. I mean, there's definitely value attached here, and sometimes the projections could be pretty damn accurate, so they come through for a lot of us. So yeah, man, if you're interested, there's daily plays, daily projections, $10 a month. That's 33 cents a day. You could triple that on your first day if we're having a good day that day. But aside from that, back to the projections. Let me explain what all these numbers mean. This is what you guys clicked on the video for, so I won't take up too much of your time. But I just know that we have a great community over there, and we'd love to have more of you guys join, because man, honestly, we're all just geeking out over prize picks and that. It's all good vibes. All the people there keep it nonchalant. We're not sweating plays like crazy. It's just a good environment to be, and that's the way we like to play it, man. But anyways, let's break down these numbers for you guys. Basically what I do when I create projections is I try to predict the maps, because that's the most important thing in a series. That's what tells me what player is gonna fry, what player is gonna flop, if the match is gonna go the distance, if it's gonna be a blowout. That's the most important piece of information. And the strategy of making projections is that price picks drops early lines, and they tend to be kind of in the middle, just their overall average. So sometimes there's a lot of value when you predict the maps, and it happens to be a map that they either suck at or they're very good at, or a map for SMGs, or a map for ARs. Whatever way you may look at it, there's always value attached, and that's why we do it every time. But anyways, basically the way this works is we try to predict the maps here. We try to predict who's going to be team A and team B because of how the way the veto system works and all that. But anyways, we put a question mark if we're not confident in the map prediction, and we put a check if we are confident in the map prediction. So in this instance, we got Miami versus Las Vegas Legion, and we're gonna take a look at this here. So we got Miami banning Subbase, Legion banning Karachi, and perhaps we might see Rio. The reason why I have a question mark is because there's a good chance Miami picks Rio, but they might go to Invasion instead, a map they're currently 1-1 versus Vegas on. So basically these projections for the map 1 will be the average between both maps. But we're not too sure about that. It could go either way, but I'm pretty sure we're probably gonna see Rio and Invasion being map 1 and 4. We just don't don't know which one's map 1 and map 4. So we'll just go ahead and take these with a grain of salt. But anyways, map 2, we got Karachi getting banned, High Rise getting banned, and Terminal being picked. But then depending on Miami's map ban for map 2, there's a chance we may see Karachi. So it actually might be switched here. So we might see Karachi or we might see Terminal. We're not sure, so we're going to be careful when we look at these projections for map 2. But the one we're pretty confident on is Invasion. And the reasoning behind that is because simple. These teams have actually played twice already, and both times Miami Heretics ended up being Team A, meaning they get to ban map 3. Originally they banned Karachi, but Invasion was still chosen for map 3. And then this most recent time in the Major 1 tournament, they banned High Rise, which seems to be a ongoing trend for the Heretics now, and also the reason why we predicted them to ban High Rise again. And guess what? This time they actually went to Invasion again. I see it going the same way, especially considering they're 1-1 on it, so it's kind of the tiebreaker for map 3 Invasion. So we feel pretty confident on that pick. We're pretty confident we're going to see map 3 Invasion. That's a control. You guys know that's a map that's very defense heavy, meaning that it tends to lead to a lot of kills. Now when we looked at the projections, we went on their basic projections. Attach projected 23 kills on map 3, and let me just explain how this all works right here. So Attach is the player name. This is the map 1 kills and deaths, right? So that's map 1 kills and deaths for the projected map up here. This is map 2 kills and deaths for the projected map here, and this is map 3 kills and deaths for the projected map here. And then we got the map 1 through 3 kills and deaths projected from basically all these maps combined. So pretty straightforward. I try to make it as organized and as neat as possible for you guys, which goes into why I have to charge 33 cents a day just to make it worth it on my end. But yeah, I mean, tons of value here, guys. We're gonna look at Attach. Now, we mentioned we liked getting the early lines, but I think PrizePicks already knew that there's a high chance we see Invasion map 3, so they actually put his line at, we projected him for 23, and they put his line at 23.5. But I'm not scared of that line at all, and I will tell you why. It is because Attach actually played them twice on Invasion. Both times went the distance, and both times dropped 25. So I mean, can we see it again? I think this time he drops 30. Why? Because Attach has been frying recently, man. I mean, this guy has stepped it up tremendously. I could really see him, especially on Invasion, an AR heavy map. I could see him holding down his L trigger and just beaming kids off the cross on the defense side. And that's just a straightforward play. I don't have to get all crazy with the explanation on this one. I mean, it's straightforward. They go Invasion, they go the distance. Attach is probably clearing his line. So we'll leave that at that. We're gonna lock that one in. You guys tell if you agree. If you don't agree, it's your money. You know what you're risking. I'm providing the research. I'm providing a projection. If you agree with the map picks, you think that I'm onto something, then only gamble what you're willing to lose, guys. I feel like I shouldn't have to remind you this, but sometimes when we don't hit, you guys seem to act like you bet the house on it, man. I mean, the law, a simple law of gambling is only gamble what you can lose. And I can't predict the future, but what I can do is provide the best research that I possibly can to provide the most value to you guys. I mean, that's what I do, man. So tell at your own risk, but I'm locking it in. Attach over 23.5, map 3 kills. Moving on to the other side of the team, we got my man Metals, and Metals actually projected 27 kills on this. So that's a line that I'm even more comfortable with, especially because when they played against each other, my man dropped 32 and 32. So y'all think he drops 32 again? We don't even need him to drop that. All we need him to do is drop 25 because his line's at 24.5. So if he drops 32, I mean, we're comfortable here. He probably clears that if they go 3-1 or something. So I'm locking Metals in for over 24.5 map 3 kills. And that's the 2 free plays for you guys today. But like I said, man, if you want to get in and participate on those 4-man flexes, I got my favorite plays. And there's some maps here that I'm pretty confident we're going to see real map 1. I'm not going to say which one, but if you want to know, the link is in the description down below, bro. We're growing so much. I appreciate you guys. If you guys want to see more free plays, drop a like on the video. Let me know in the comments, man. It takes me hours to make these videos. It only takes you seconds to let me know you appreciate them, man. So drop a comment, drop a like, consider subscribing. I hope we make a shit ton of money with this free play. If you join the server, welcome to the Prop Bandits, bro. I hope we make a shit ton of money with those 4-mans. And aside from that, I'll see you guys on the next one.